All right, that's perfect. Yeah.
Welcome to Rocket Stove 2020. This is about being carbon neutral, which is about being renewable. The forest is gathering sunlight and turning it at about 1% efficiency into wood. So we want to use wood at less than the rate at which it grows, and we don't want to make smoke, because smoke is hundreds of times worse than carbon dioxide by weight for making our planet warm. Well, as long as we're outside, here is our Provetio Research Center. We bought an old high school about 8 years ago, and we're really lucky to be living in the woods. All right, so carbon neutral. Carbon neutral means that you're using the biomass at slower than the rate at which it's made. So sticks are good, but this probably took 5 or 10 years to make. And so we need to make sure that more sticks are being grown, that are being burned. And then there's briquettes made from agricultural waste. That's pretty good, because that's a yearly product where you then densify the agricultural waste from the farm. And so maybe 5 to 10 years for this to grow, maybe 1 year for this to grow, and then surprisingly, how long does it take dung to grow? Cow manure. It's a daily product. And so if the cow makes this wonderful biomass product for us, and then we dry it, then every week or 2 weeks, we can use it at the less than the rate at which it grows, use some of it for the garden and some of it to burn. Okay, Dean, I got it. Use at less than the rate that it grows. Okay, fine. But smoke is worse than CO2 by weight for getting our planet warm. So we have to make this not make smoke. And especially when we light it, if we're trying to light biomass, sticks or dung or briquettes, sometimes they can make a heck of a lot of smoke. But David Evett on our staff invented a way where we can light this without making much smoke at all. We collect the made charcoal after we've cooked food. And so that's charcoal or biochar. And we use that to start the stove. So we take 20 grams of the made charcoal from the last fire, and we dump it into the stove. And then we put 1 tablespoon of methanol or alcohol on top of the biochar. Then we light it. And we wait 30 seconds for the fire to establish itself. And then we're going to turn on the jet flame. And you can see that the charcoal is now getting heated up. And we put the sticks directly into the fire. And they get lit right away at the tips. And you're starting a fire without making smoke. Very much smoke. The charcoal with the alcohol on it lit, and then you push the tips of the sticks into the burning charcoal, and bam! Then you can even light big sticks, because of the forceful jets below are really superheating that charcoal, making it hot enough for the wood sticks to burn. A lot of times it's really hard to burn these briquettes because they're super rock hard, but you can see that superheated charcoal can light just about anything. And so it's so hot that you can start burning at the tip, and that's going to make it a lot less smoky. I love how dung burns. I mean, cow dung is actually, I think, a really good prepared fuel. And so you can just stick it in there. And again, that charcoal is so hot that it's just really trying to get it to light. And there you go. Dung burning with no smoke, very little smoke. And because of this superheated condition with the charcoal underneath. Remember to use your skirt. The skirt is one of the most important parts about using less fuel. So you stick the skirt on there, and then you put the pot of water on there. And what's happening is the hot gases are now hitting the bottom of the pot and going up in a small gap, a 6 mm gap along the side of the pot. So you've more than doubled the surface area, and you force the very fast moving convective gases to be able to get into the pot. Use about 30% less fuel. So use a skirt. So carbon neutral biomass has to be used at less than the rate at which it grows. So 6, great. Briquette, maybe even better. And one of my favorite fuels, dung, because it happens so quickly and you know it's renewable. What I don't like is charcoal. Charcoal is made from wood, and you dig a big hole in the ground, you throw the wood in there, and then you light it and cover it with earth. 5/8 of the energy in this wood is lost in smoke and gas going up, and then you're left with the carbon. Well, that's great. Carbon doesn't make smoke, so you can take it into your urban house and you can have a prepared fuel that makes hardly any smoke, and it keeps on going. You don't have to tend it. So it's a really great fuel for ease of use, but it is not great for energy. And so, if we can burn wood cleanly, maybe we can replace charcoal and save all that energy.